But hey, I want to welcome everybody in the presentation. I'm going to take a little bit different direction than Will was talking about today. I'm going to share with you really a little bit about Market Traders Institute and our Forex trading, and even a little bit of our cryptocurrency trading. So I do want to welcome all of you into the presentation today. So good. Happy to have everybody here telling me yes, that they can hear me loud and clear. Now listen, when it comes to investing, when it comes to trading, please always trade with what is called equity management in mind. Never invest money that you cannot afford to lose, okay? The reason for that is obviously you're a trader, you're an investor. You're going to take losses. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We will talk about that today through proper equity management. Now, this presentation that I'm going to do, I normally do in about 90 minutes. So I'm going to move very quickly during our time together here. So just to let you know, this particular webinar, it's really designed for one thing, and that is to help you decide or determine if you see Forex trading, currency trading, as something that you want to do. I know many of you are here looking to become full-time traders. A lot of you are already trading. You're looking to add to your arsenal or improve your returns. And I know a lot of you here are new. You're looking for a secondary income stream, maybe a third income stream. The good news is, I don't care what your background is, what your experience level is, we can teach you how to be a successful Forex trader, currency trader. Okay, we've been doing it for 24 years. Next month, we've got a proven process of results. And we've helped people literally all over the world. Now, having said that, being around this industry for as long as I have, Forex trading is not for everybody, and it may not be for you. But I promise you, you're going to learn something, and I do not take your time for granted. You've taken the first step to explore a new opportunity. So let's get this officially started. This, again, is a live presentation. As I'm sure you know, today's date is the 29th of March. It's about 11:51 here Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. Make sure you got a pen, you got a piece of paper, you're prepared to take great notes. Again, we're going to cover a lot of information very quickly. I'm not going to talk much about myself. Renee discussed who I am, my background, my experience. I've traded every asset class that there is. I've taught people across the United States, Canada, worldwide through webinars, live audiences all over North America, how to invest. I primarily focus on the Forex market and the cryptocurrency market, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about within this presentation. Now, my background, my experience obviously is in all asset classes, but what I need to know from all of you, because we've got a decent sized room in here today, how many of you, and what if you were to rank your experience level on a scale? Let's say the scale is 1 to 10. Your Forex experience on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you're brand new to Forex trading, 10 being you're a Forex trader making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Go into that chat box for me right now and rank your experience for me so I know really who the audience is and kind of how I want to take this presentation. All right, so I've got Keith with, okay, yeah, he said yes. Olaf is a 2, James is a 0, Colin's a 5, Madhavi is a 4. Okay, keep going, gang. I've got Jason as a 1, Alex as a 1, Frederick as a 2, Jay's a 1, Amol's a 7, awesome Amol. All right, good. We got a lot of Moore's 1s and 2s and 3s, a few of you, Keith's a 4. Okay, so we got a lot of 1s and 2s, some of you 4s and 5s, and then a handful of you, 6, 7s in that area. And that that gives me a good feel for who we're talking to. Now, the important thing to understand about the currency world is currency trading is a zero-sum game. That means in every single currency trade, the winners get paid by the losers. Okay, and if you're one of my more experienced traders, and you find yourself losing more often than you would like, people like Amol and Adebomli, if I mispronounce it, I apologize, then what you need to do is make sure you get yourself on the winning side of the curve. And what we've done in our past and our experience and what we do presently, again, it'll be 24 years next month we've been around, is we're not a broker. We provide the best education, technology, systems, and a proven process. For those of you that are currently trading, wait till you see our automated tools, our power tools, really what makes us unique to the industry. Now, Market Traders Institute, as I said, we're not a broker. You can use any broker you want in the world to clear your currency trades. Again, for the past 23 going on 24 years, what we've been doing is building a premier education portal, developing our own patent pending technology, unique tools, unique indicators, and developing really the most important thing, the best people, the best team, the best mentors in the world. Now, 24 years next month will be our anniversary. Think about that for a moment. You do not survive in business for going on 24 years without having a rock solid foundation and really by delivering results. And that's really why we've grown the way that we've grown, is because our students simply, they're making money. For 23 going on 24 years, we've now trained over 40,000 people everywhere around the globe, okay? Everywhere around the globe. Now, the really important thing that I want you to write down in your notes is a couple words. I want you to write down mentorship and coaching. Mentorship and coaching. See, we've gone through a lot of growth over the last 6 to 8 years. This is actually our corporate building. We're in Orlando, Florida. I'm broadcasting live from the second floor of this building. We house about 200 employees out of here. Now, our growth really can be measured because of a philosophy through our mentorship and our coaching programs that we never leave a client behind. Never leave a client behind, okay? Now, right now, if you wanted to learn about Forex trading, think about it. You could do a search online, go to YouTube, go to Google, find a ton of videos, information. You know, the problem is who do you trust and where do you start? Again, I've been doing this for coming up on 25 years very soon. My perspective is very simple. I like to break things down very simple, very step-by-step process for people. If you want to become a successful trader, especially in the Forex market, what you need to do is find somebody or an organization with a proven track record of success, number one, and not just success trading markets, you know, for the last year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but for decades. So they've literally traded all economic environments. Then number two, you got to make sure not only do they know how to make the money, but can they effectively teach others to replicate their strategies, their steps, okay? And then when you find that group or that person, you stick yourself to their side as they teach, train, support, and mentor you to become a successful trader. Does that make sense to everybody in this presentation? Because this will give you a feel for our level of coaching and mentorship. For those of you that don't know, the currency market, the Forex market, is a 24-hour-a-day market. Literally, every second of every minute of every hour that the currency market is open, we are live with our students. Our students are never left alone without having a second set of eyeballs on a trade. I mean, 24 hours a day, we are actively working with our students. When the currency market is open, we are open. When you combine that level of commitment to our mentorship with our technology, which is going to blow you away in a few minutes here, our education, that's really why we've experienced our growth. Now, we're getting recognized. We were ranked by Inc. magazine as the 592nd fastest growing private company in the U.S. This is our founder, Josh Martinez. I know many of you recognize him as the FX chief. You've read his books. He's a best-selling author, teacher, mentor. He's been trading the Forex market exclusively for the past 30 years. 30 years trading currencies, tons of experience, world-renowned, recognized trader, well-respected in the industry. And just to give you a little bit of baseline on his results, third-party verified accounts. So those of you that are currently trading, you can kind of compare your results to a world-class trader. Over the last 3 years in third-party verified accounts, he's been averaging about 2,100 pips a week. On a standard lot, that's about $21,000 a week, about $84,000 a month for 3 straight years. In fact, this year, 2018, the first about 8 weeks of the year, he's generated close to 20,000 pips already this year. Again, if you're new, you don't know what a pip is yet, you will in a few moments, but 20,000 pips in 8 weeks is about $200,000 profit. He leads our mentors, he leads our coaches within this organization. Now, what we're very well known for is our live trading sessions, okay, where we trade live with our students. In fact, one of our live sessions last week, the end of the week, we generated in about 90 minutes 343 pips, okay, on 6 currency pairs. On a standard lot, 90 minutes, that's close to $3,500. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because we have another live session that we are doing this evening. Now, what I want you to write down in your notes next is USDX. USDX. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time for those of you out of the United States. One of our experts, one of your coaches, your mentors, Josh Martinez, will be going live. Now, historically, over the past 6 years, trading our USDX strategy, throughout April and May, we generated on average nearly 6,000 pips over the period of time over the last 6 straight years. We have got about 1,400 pips in our sights and our targets over the next 2 weeks. That leaves us with close to 5,000 more pips left in this movement. Now, what makes this movement and this opportunity tonight so unique is this is set aside for our more experienced traders. However, because we are in an investor inspiration, this is a kind of a special relationship we have. I was given the green light to invite 10 of you that are serious. If you'd like to see if you can be qualified to be in this live session later today, where we're going to be given targets, entries, exits, everything, you can jump into this. What I need you to do is just type in your telephone number and type in USDX. Type in your telephone number and USDX, and we will go through getting about 10 of you in here. Now, our past predictions since 2014 have been over 20,000 pips. 20,000 pips of opportunity. So there's a lot of opportunity money sitting out there for you. And again, I got a lot of you. Neil, I've got your number. Jasmine will follow up with you. Brendan will follow up with you. Yeah, just put your telephone number and USDX in here. And gang, this is really where the rubber meets the road. It's not about us. It's about our students. I mean, this is why we've been at this strong for 24 years. Because we deliver results. You can do a lot of social media reviews on us and look and see what people are making, how people are performing, following our techniques. When you see the level of technology that we have developed internally, it's really, really incredible. It just takes a lot of the learning curve out for individuals. So my promise to you is I've got about 45 more minutes here by the time I'm done with this presentation. If you don't already, you will absolutely 100% understand the power and the potential in the currency market, okay? For those of you that don't, for those of you that are looking to make income, you're going to see how you can have immediate profit potential as well. Immediate profit potential as well. Mark, make sure we've got your phone number, my friend. I can see you should put USDX in there. Without having to quit your job, turn your life upside down. Now, having said that, the results I'm showing to you, this is not get rich quick. There's no such thing in the world as get rich quick. We're a 24-year-old company. We've got 200 employees. We teach a skill. We teach a skill, but we have a proven process of taking people who are experienced with no experience to very experienced and getting them to be very, very successful in a short amount of time. So my promise to all of you is by the time we wrap up, I will give all of you an opportunity to come on board as a student of ours. Trade with us, be in our live sessions, use our tools, use our indicators for the next 60 days, risk-free. So let's get this moving along here because we got a ton of information to cover in a very short amount of time. And I got a lot of you in here that don't know anything. Thank you, Mark. I got it. A lot of you in here that don't know anything about the Forex market. So if you're more experienced, like Edamoli, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, or O'Neill, or Colin, if you're more experienced, give me a couple minutes of grace as I get the new people up to speed with a little bit about why the Forex market, okay? Then we're going to get into entry points, exit points, our indicators, really our technology. That's the main thing that I want you to demonstrate to you because we have patent pending technology that no other people in the world have other than our students, okay? So here, a few things we need to know to kind of give everybody some baseline. Number one, why the currency market? Well, I spent a lot of years trading stocks and options. I taught people all across the United States and Canada how to trade stocks and options. I focus now primarily on the Forex market and the cryptocurrency market. Now, the Forex market gives us some very significant benefits that are out there. Number one, the liquidity in the market, okay? Liquidity is just simply a term to describe entry and exit points. You're never stuck holding on to a position. You can always get in and always get out, okay? There's always buyers, there's always sellers in the Forex market. Now, the second big benefit is the flexibility in this market. Simply put, it's the most flexible market in the world. It's a 24-hour-a-day market. In the United States, this market opens up Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day till Friday, 5 p.m., 24 hours a day. So for me, that's a massive advantage. I'm 48 years old. I got 3 very active kids. I got a wife who's a college professor. I got a dog. I got a cat. We got hamsters. We got fish. We're busy, right? And I'm sure you can relate to that. I like the fact that I can plop down 11 o'clock at night after my kids have gone to bed and trade for 90 minutes. Or one of my favorite sessions to trade, one of your first strategies you will learn coming on board, is what we call the London daybreak strategy, where I have to get up in the middle of the night and I'll trade for 90 minutes, but it's a scalping strategy that consistently produces $300 to $500 profit a day, very consistently, okay? Or I can trade normal business hours. The point is I can trade around my schedule. The next benefit is the size in this market. It's a $5.3 trillion a day market. $5.3 trillion exchange hands every single day within this market. And then the focus. And again, this gets back to just saving time. As an equities trader, I would study and analyze. I mean, you could get into thousands of companies, potential companies to invest in. Where in the currency world, there's really only about 60 currency pairs worldwide to trade. We pay attention to about 21 of those currencies here at Market Traders Institute. If you're in my live session later today, we will be looking at 6 currency pairs for all of those pips. 6 pairs, that's it right there. So it keeps you really, really focused. And again, my experience tells me people that are that are focused, have a plan, have the right technology, have the right mentors and coaches are the most successful traders in the world. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to flip over right here and I'm going to bring up my charts. Can everybody acknowledge I flipped over from my PowerPoint presentation and you can see I've brought up my charting software. If you can see that, type in yes or the letter Y in the chat box for me. Yes or the letter Y in the chat box for me. Okay, cool. All right, so pay close attention to this because this is unique. This is our own trading platform. We don't lease this from anybody. We don't get this from anybody. We've designed this based on our 24 years of experience in working with traders day in and day out and our experience to build what we believe is the best trading platform in the world, okay? This is what's called the Ultimate Charting Software, the UCS. We've spent millions and millions of dollars to build this out. Now, this works on every currency pair that's out there, every time frame that's out there, okay? You can also get stock feeds, that's fine. It also works on 30 cryptocurrency pairs, your 3 main coins, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and then 27 altcoins, okay? Now, what makes this so unique is we've got a lot of our own patent pending technology. Got a lot of our own smart tools and indicators on here, which I'm going to demonstrate some of it to you today. A lot of automation that is really cool. All right. On top of that, it's all web-based technology. It's cloud-based. It's called through our Smart Trader platform. It's Smart Trader through our web-based platform. So what that means is literally I can take my charts on my iPhone, on my tablet, on my Android, and they can go everywhere with me. And it's all real-time information. Okay, it's all real-time data. And on top of that, it gives us the ability to share our information back and forth, which I'll demonstrate for you in a little bit. All right, so very quickly, if you're new to trading the currency market, it's like any other market. You're looking to trade one currency versus another and buy low, sell high, right? You're also looking to sell into the market and make money when it moves down, okay? But the job that you have in the currency market is a little bit different. Your job is to capture pips. Now, a PIP is an acronym for price, interest, point. Price, interest, point. Now, I'm not going to get into a big description of a PIP. All I want you to understand is that pips are good. Pips are your friend. Your job is to capture as many pips as you can when the market is trending up and capture as many pips as you can when the market is trending down. I'm going to show you in a minute, for those of you that are new, how pips turn into profits in just a minute, okay? Now, if you look at this chart, and again, I'm going to move very quickly here. As you look at this chart, right in the middle, you'll see there's a watermark, GBP, NZD 1 hour. Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar, 1 hour chart, okay? So what we're looking at here are all 1 hour candlesticks. Now, for those of you that are new, a candlestick is just a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. I could have a chart that has 10-minute candlesticks, 1-minute candlesticks, weekly candlesticks. These are all 1 hour candlesticks. If I click on a candlestick, you can see this is from this morning at 5 a.m. It had an open, a high, and a low, and a closing price. Well, you can see right here, if I measure that, this particular candle opened up right here. It dipped down. That's a wick hanging off the bottom. It shot up, had a high for the hour. It closed up for the hour because it's white, and then it opened up a brand new candle, which that next candle moved up, went down, settled in, and closed down. And you can see the market's been trending down on this pair ever since, all the way up to live market right now as we speak. Now, I'm going to take a couple minutes before we start getting into actual analysis and entry points and our tools and our indicators, our approach, and go over really just the mechanics of a currency trade, because I need everybody to understand how pips turn into profits, okay? Let's just say we were given an indicator or help from our coaches, it's a good time to buy right down here. And we determine it's a good time to sell right up here. So we decided to buy down here, move into this trade right here, and sell out of this trade right up here. The difference between buying down here in this line and selling up here in this line is the difference, okay, is the difference between this number right here and this number above it right here. That would be the amount of pips we would generate. Well, I can measure that very simply by grabbing my ruler, coming right up here to here, and I point my cursor right up here in the left-hand corner. Now, what I need is everybody to acknowledge, you can see up in the left-hand corner, that we would have bought into this trade the 27th, 2 days ago. So that would have been Tuesday. We would have sold same day, the 27th. We would have made 74 pips, and we would have been in this trade for 9 bars, okay? Now, bars are candlesticks. Because we're on a chart, they're all hourly candlesticks. 9 bars equal 9 what? 9 hours, right? So if everybody understands this, please type in yes or Y in the chat box. We would have bought into this trade on the 27th. We would have sold on this trade on the 27th later. We would have made 74 pips, and we've been in this trade for a total of 9 hours. If you understand that, type in yes or Y in the chat box for me. Okay, everybody type in yes or Y. Okay, cool. All right, Amol, you're going to love our technology, my friend, when you see what I've got to show you. All right, so here's the deal, though. Understand, for those of you that are new, when you're trading in the currency world, you've got 3 different ways to trade in lot sizes. You trade with what are called micro lot, mini lots, or standard lots. If you're new, write that down. Micro, mini, standard. Okay? Micro, mini, standard. If you're trading a micro lot, you're looking at a $20 US dollar investment per trade. Now, obviously, that's not a lot of money. Okay? Not a lot of money. And that's great for new people because you don't need a lot of capital to start. You can start small and grow your account over time. Now, most students trade mini lots, a minimum of mini lots. That's a $200 investment per trade. And a standard lot is a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, each one of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at a 10-cent per pip profit, okay? That's not a lot of money. If you think about the trade we just did, very quickly, if we go back over here to the chart, we invested our $20 on the 27th. Our broker holds on to the $20. We sell out of this trade 9 hours later. Our broker gives us our $20 back, less a little bit of commission. We made 74 pips. Well, if we made 74 pips and we made $1 per pip, or excuse me, 10 cents per pip, that means we made $7.40 on a $20 investment, which again is not a lot of money, but that's a tremendous return on investment in 9 hours time, right? Well, let's say we make that exact same trade, except we do a mini lot trade. Okay, we invest $200 into this trade. Our broker holds on to our $200. We sell 9 hours later. We get our $200 back, less a little bit of commission. Now the difference is because we did a mini lot trade, we made per pip on all 74 $1 per pip. So our $200 turned into $274 in 9 hours time. Well, let's say you've been trading mini lots. and you decide you've been making money to reinvest the money you've been making. You're ready to step up and do standard lot. The great thing is, again, you don't have to do anything different, spend any more time, energy, effort, do any more analysis or anything. All you do is invest a little bit more money. Okay, we invest $2,000. Well, our broker holds on to our $2,000. 9 hours later, we sell out. We get our $2,000 back, less a little bit of commission, except for this time on those 74 pips, we made $10 per pip. So our $2,000 just yielded $740 in 9 hours time. So for those of you that are new to the currency market, does it make a little bit more sense now why this is the fastest growing market in the world? First and foremost, you can start small and grow your account, but no other market out there, nothing, options, futures, nothing gives you the leverage and the buying power that this market gives you. And I'm going to show you exactly how our students are doing it, how we've been doing it for all of these years. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and jump back into my charts right here. All right, we're going to go ahead and move back into the charts and start opening this up and talk a little bit about how this works. All right, so the beautiful thing about the currency market, it's a very, very visual market. The currency market loves to move in wave-like patterns and repeat patterns over and over and over again. Moves up and down in these patterns, these waves, over and over and over and over again. And what we're looking to do, like any other market, is smart, sophisticated investors is make money when the market moves up, pulls back, reverses, buy into the market, right? Make money when it's trending up. Well, we're also looking to make money when the market moves down, heads up, reverses, and sell into the market and make money when it goes down. Well, every smart, successful investor must know at least three things in every successful trade. Number one, you got to know market direction. Got to know market direction. Number two, you got to know when to get in, entry points, when to get in. And you got to know number three, exit points, when to get out. So when you come on board today as a student, you're going to learn through the use of technology, your coaches, your education, how to determine these three important things right here. But what are the main things you will become an expert at? Something that we are considered worldwide to be probably the best at teaching in the Forex universe is a concept called Fibonacci's. And I know the gentleman before me had touched a little bit on Fibonacci's. But we're really, you know, our founder has written best-selling books, has taught around the world on Fibonacci's. We have a really unique approach towards Fibonacci's, especially with our automated Fibonacci's and our power Fibonacci's. But for those of you that are new to a Fibonacci, just very simply, Leonardo Fibonacci was a 13th century mathematician. What he developed was a concept, an understanding that the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic pattern built right into it. What he found is that through equations, through sequence of numbers, that plants would grow in a sequence of number, a repeatable pattern, that animals would reproduce in a sequence of numbers, a repeatable pattern, that if you looked at, you know, the flowers on the sunflower right here, it's in a Fibonacci sequence. It's in a sequence that moves itself over and over and over again. If you look at the scales on the fish, or if you looked on the stripes on a zebra, the stripes on a caterpillar, they're not random. They're in a sequence of numbers that's repeatable. It's called the golden ratio. It's all mathematics, okay? Well, the beautiful thing about the market is the market loves to repeat itself over and over and over again. So at Market Traders Institute, we use Fibonacci analysis, Fibonacci retracements and extensions. We use mathematics to determine where the market's going to move in the future based on where it's been in the past, okay? Now, let me show you very quickly how this looks, and then we're going to get into actually applying it, and then you're going to see automated tools, which are really just incredible. So very quickly, the market moves in wave-like patterns. It makes what are called higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then it reverses. It makes what's called a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It looks just like that last pattern we looked at. Well, I'm going to simply draw out an ABCD pattern for you, the basics of Fibonacci's. Here's my A boundary, my B boundary, my C entry, and my D extension, okay? So can everybody see basic A, B, C, D? If so, type in yes or Y in the chat box for me. Okay, everybody sees A, B, C, D, type in yes or the letter Y. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to come right up here and I'm going to grab, at first I'm going to do this manually. Just going to grab my manual Fibonacci tool and I'm going to draw from point A to point B, just like that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out 3 buy zones for you. To make it real visual for you, all color-coded so it's easy for you to see. I'm going to take my first zone and I'm going to make this one red. I'm going to call this a red buy zone, all right? My next zone just below that, we're going to shade this in and we're going to make this a blue zone, okay? And my next zone right here is a green zone. So can everybody see red, blue, and now green? It's important that you can see the colors. Does that make sense? Everybody can see red, blue, and now green. Type in yes in the chat box if you can see red, blue, and green. Okay, good. So what we're looking to do, and I know I'm moving quickly, trying to cram a bunch of information in here. What we're looking to do is make money in this particular example when the market moves up, pulls back, reverses, right? To buy into the market, okay, and then make money as it moves up and sell based on the Fibonacci analysis through the extensions. Well, we use different types of indicators and information to help us determine the breakouts, the trend line breaks, reversal and patterns through our candlestick formations. I'm not concerned about that right now. All I want you to understand, so when I show you our automated features of our programs, you understand the concepts behind it. Let's just say our reversal took place in the green zone and we decided it was a good time to buy. So we bought. We invest in a mini lot with our broker. Okay. So if I buy in the green zone, I invest, let's say $200 in a mini lot. My broker's holding on to my money and I'm in my trade. I'm going to hold on to this trade as it's moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, boom. Now I'm going to sell right here. Now, if you can imagine this green Fibonacci extension, the 1180 coming all the way across. If I bought down here in the green, I'm going to sell as soon as I hit the green extension. Now, the reason for that is because the software is telling me, Aaron, based on the math, where this trend has been in the past, if you hold on to this past this green extension, the numbers start to move against you and the likelihood increases that this trade will go the other direction. So very simple concept. If I buy in the green zone, I trade to the green extension. Right, good. Well, let's say we bought in the blue zone right here. And I'm going to quickly do these so we get into the live market. I'm going to trade till I hit my blue extension. Well, let's say the reversal takes place right here in the red zone, much bigger buy zone. Well, if I buy in the red zone, I'm going to trade all the way up until I hit, boom, my red extension, my 1618. So if everybody understands the basic concept, A, B, C, D, Fibonacci's, you're going to trade green to green, blue to blue, red to red. Type in yes or Y in the chat box. Okay, good. So let's look at some candlesticks, and then we're going to look at some live automated trades, some live trades that are going on. All right, so I brought up a different currency pairs just so you get a visual idea on actual candlesticks, what this looks like. All right, so I'm going to draw out my analysis right now. I'm going to draw out my A boundary right here. Okay, this is my A. My B is right up here. Oops, get this right in here. Here's my B. Now, I don't know where my C entry point is yet. I've got to do a little bit of analysis, okay? I got to do a little bit of analysis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Fibonacci tool again. We're going to manually do this right now. Oops, in the next minute here, we're going to go ahead and automate this. Oops, I don't want that guy. Grab my manual tool, go from point A right on up to point B, just like that. Point A right on up to point B. So now what I'm looking to do is look for my opportunity for an entry point, okay? Now, you don't have to be an expert in the market to look at an example like this, and you can start to see that the market is starting to move which direction? Which way is this currency pair starting to move? Starting to move down, right? Starting to trend down. So what we're looking for is a breakout of this trend to get a C entry point to look to buy and sell and ride it up. Well, what we're looking for is a breakout. Do we get it in our next currency or in our next candlestick? No. Do we get our next candlestick? Yep, right there. So we got to break out a change of trend right here. Now, which color zone am I sitting in? Everybody type in the color. I'm not going to shade it. I don't have enough time, but if you can figure out what color that is right there, I boxed it in. Type in the color in the chat box. Red, red, red. Okay, so if I buy in the red, I'm going to trade until I hit the red extension right here. I'm going to trade until I hit my red extension right there. All right. Now, again, I'm moving quickly. If I'm going to enter here and I know my target is right here, I can figure out my opportunity by measuring it about 75 pips. So I have a 75 pip target. So I have a 75 pip target, okay? Well, now what I have to do is protect my downside. One of the strategies, obviously, we're going to use and teach you is to set stop loss orders up. So I'm going to set a stop loss order up to protect my downside if my trade happens to go my other direction. And we'll teach you and work with you how to set up your stop loss orders. You can automate them all. Of course, you're going to do trailing stops. But anyway, let's just say right now, in this particular example, if I'm aggressive, I'm going to set it up just below my entry. If I'm conservative, just below my A. In this example, it would be about 25 pips. So I got 25 pips risk. 25 pips of risk. So we've set up a 3-to-1 risk ratio. We're willing to risk 25 pips to make 75 pips. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enter my trade. And I'm going to sit back and see if it hits my target or if it hits my stop loss order. Okay, if it hits my target or my stop loss order. Well, I'm in my trade. I'm in my trade. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. Boom, right there. It hits our target right here. We would sell at this point right here. Now, what we don't do is chase this as it continues to move up. We trust our process. We trust the Fibonacci analysis. In this example, very quickly, we would have got in here and we would have profited our 700 or 75 pips in 7 hours. So that's $750 profit. Okay, $750 profit in about 7 hours time. So I don't know what you're trading right now, how you're trading, if you're trading at all, but this is what we teach our students to do 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. I'm going to show you students before we're done that have made up to 5,500 pips. 5,500 pips for 7 straight weeks. Students that have already made this year over 7,000 pips this year, 10,000 pips this year by following this process. Now, here's what I need you to understand. Here's my A, B, C, D right here. What you need to know, and this is critically important, is in one movement, when you understand market direction, the A, B, C, D pattern can repeat itself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sometimes 10 times in a row before overall market direction changes and you switch your style and you change and trade the other direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to monitor my market direction and I'm going to trade this pattern. Let me show you what I mean. Well, I don't need this information anymore. I'm done here. I'm done here. Okay, done with this, done with this. Don't need this trend line, and I do not need any more that particular one and this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm looking for my next trend. Well, my next trend, very simply, like C, get this out of the way. My old C is my brand new A, right down here. My B, my new B, is my brand new high. You can see it's repeating a pattern, same type of a thing. Can you see if I grab my Fibonacci right here and draw from A right on up to B, just like that, we've got a repeat of the pattern. Can everybody visually see it's starting to push its way down again? Right here, just like it did the opportunity before, it did the exact same thing right here. These markets move in wave-like patterns over and over again. Moved up, moved down, made it up. Moved up, pull back. So now what we're looking to do is take advantage of an opportunity of a breakout in this trend, okay? So let's keep our eyes open. Boom, we got multiple actually here. Let me pull this down so you can see this a little bit better. We got multiple breakouts of this trend right here. My trend line is not very good drawn. Would be very good draw on trend line, but you get the idea. So I've got a breakout right here. What color zone am I in? You're right, red. So I'm going to trade again. It's repeating the same pattern up to the red extension right here. Now, if it dipped to the blue, I would trade to the blue. If it dipped to the green, I would trade to the green. But I'm going to trade same pattern, same process. You can do this. This is what we teach people to do every single day. We are live with our students 24 hours a day. I would also set up my stop loss order. I'm always going to protect my downside, okay? So I set up a stop loss order and I enter my trade. Now tell me, does it hit my target, okay, or does it fall and hit my stop loss order? Well, you tell me. And for a lot of people, when they see a clear example like this, look at how it hit right there and immediately hits this and it just starts to crush right on down. It hits this resistance right here and it moves right on down. For a lot of people, this is where the light bulb goes off because you can visually see it. And you have to ask yourself, when it hits it and it just starts to roll on down like this, is it a coincidence? Is it magic? Is it a mystery? Or is it something else? It's math. I mean, it's mathematics, gang. It's the law of the Fibonacci. It's repeating its pattern over and over and over again. Well, what I'm going to do now is I just made that trade if I got in right here and sold right there. 139 pips in 18 hours. 139 pips in 18 hours. So let's think about that. 139 pips in 18 hours. 18 hours. And that's $1,390 profit. Do you have a skill set right now to earn this type of an income part-time? Because if you don't, you need to be doing this, because that's about almost $2,200 in 25 hours, and that's just one currency pair. Imagine doing this on multiple currency pairs, because the market loves to repeat itself over and over and over again. Look at this though. Let me show you how we simplify it. Let me introduce you now to the power of technology. And no other trading company in the world has this technology that I'm going to demonstrate to you right now except Market Traders Institute, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, oops, pull my charts right back up. Just bog down for a second here. I have to restart this. My GoToWebinar is not being happy with me right now. All right, let's bring this back up. I'm going to close this out real quick and fire it right back up for you real quick. Give me just a second. Okay, so let's bring this right back up. And bring my charts right back up for you. Boom. This is how you would log into our software. And once it's up and running, it's always running. Bring my pairs back up. And what I want to show you is right here. All right, so what we're looking to do now is get rid of this. I want to show you the automation. Again, this is all unique to what we have. If I come up here, you can see we've got a different currency pair here. See where I click right here where it says Smart Tools, MTI Smart Tools. This is our patent pending technology. I click right here, come down here, and I find my low, and 1, 2, 3, click. All my ABCDs, all my Fibonacci's are automated for me. Automated all the way to the effect that I can automate my entry points, my exit points, my limits, my stops, everything 100% accurate. Think that's pretty cool? Type in yes in the chat box or wow in the chat box. Now what's neat about this is you can see the ABCD movement has repeated itself 1, 2, and it's in the midst of a third time right now, okay? We're in the midst of a third process happening right at this very moment. Right at this very moment. But let's look at our first A right back here. Here's A. Okay, and I'm A, B, C entry point. Did it go all the way up? We got in the red. Did it hit our red extension? Does it hit this red right here? all the way across. It hits almost perfectly. So this particular trade, how about 403 pips in 35 days? That's on a standard lot, $4,000 of profit. On the mini lot, it's $400 of profit. Not too bad, right? Well, our next day, check this out, okay? Watch this. A, B, C, our next C movement right over here. Did it come all the way up, pull back, and move up again? It repeats its pattern again. This next movement right here, 556 pips in 15 days. $5,560 profit. Again, you're going to pay commissions on this. Okay. Well, what's happening right now? Here's our current A. Here's our current B. Okay. We are sitting in entry points right now. I've been showing this trade for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 days to my students. If we got in right here when the first trend broke out, you would be up right now 278 pips. And if it continues to move up and hit our target right here, there's still opportunity of about 187 pips right there. So here's an opportunity in about 50 days to be up over $10,000 on a standard lot. And if you got into this trade right here, another $3,000, that's $13,000 in the last about 45 days. $13,000, okay? But it does this also on much shorter term time periods. Take a look at this right here, okay? Take a look at what's happening in this current movement right here. Here's a current movement taking place. Here's my Australian US dollar right here. Look at this beautiful movement, A to B. What I can do right now, let me automate my smart trend line. Again, nobody has this technology. Boom, there's my automated trend line. All I'm waiting for right now is a breakout of this pattern. As soon as it breaks out over here, I'm going to buy wherever it breaks out. So let's say it moves all the way down and it breaks out in the blue. I'm going to trade to the blue. If it breaks out in the green, I'm going to trade to the green. If it breaks out in the red, I'm going to trade to the red. Let's just say it breaks out to the red. It could be even more. If it breaks out to the red, you're looking at how many pips of opportunity sitting right there. 621 pips. Well, the question is, has it done that before? Well, let's just look at where this pattern has been. Let's just look at this pattern where it has been. Check this out. Let's go back here and look at this right here. Where's this trend been going? The exact same thing. Here's my first trade. Trade one right here. 8 days, 173 pips, $1,700. Trade two right here, 4 days, $1,200. Trade three, 232 pips. Trade four, now we made some money in a downward push, 331 pips. That's a total in 49 days of $8,500, and we got a brand new opportunity lining up right here. Can all of you see yourself doing this? Do you see the opportunity involved with this? Because our students, trading exactly how I'm teaching you, I challenge you to find any other company in the world that can provide real student results like this. 92 pips, 14%, 59%, $15,000 in the word of Ice Cube. It was a good day. How about this? This is Aiden, one of our students, December 21st. Good year overall, finishing it up with over 50,000 pips. Goal next year is 100,000. That's $500,000 trading with us last year. $14,000. Right here, closed out the week with 4,850 pips. Dan, 5,500 pips. I can go on and on and on and on. Our students actually this year in real money trading accounts have already generated 1.2 million pips. That's over $12 million. And you know how they've done this? By following our proven process. We've been doing this for 24 years, okay? Now I'm going to go through quickly how you can come on board today as a student risk-free. I've got a couple minutes left here. I'm going to go through what's called the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand. Now, when you look at this program, it's broke out into 5 phases. 5 phases. Let me quickly go through this. Phase number 1 is your training. You're going to have an opportunity to go to a 2-day training class with us. Over 20 hours of training with our experts. If you want to in the future, you can fly down to Orlando, Florida. At first, you're probably just going to want to watch it live. We live broadcast it via web broadcast. We've got professional studios. It's brilliant. We record it. We archive it. You have instant access to it anytime that you want. The second part of your education is your continuing education. This is all done through our online university and our web portal. When we get done with this webinar, you're going to have a user ID and a password assigned to you where you can immediately start going through our 12 interactive lessons. Then you get the training platform. Look at one thing I didn't get a chance to show you. Whenever we create a workspace, in the trading world, in our jargon, this is called a workspace. When we create a chart with indicators, with entry, with exit points and everything, how about whenever one of our experts creates a workspace, all you have to do as a student is jump on our website, jump on your software, and you can download that workspace right into your charting platform. See how I clicked on that? Right now it's pulling this up live and is downloading this chart in real time that Chris Pulver, one of our best traders, created with all entry and exit points. You think that would be helpful in trading and working with us? Because that is what our students have access to. You get all of the indicators, everything that I demonstrated to you today. You're going to get the FX Chiefs Fast Track Mentorship, and then our daily live webinars, where every day we are live creating workspaces, live trading with our students. Our Analysts on Demand is 24 hours a day. On top of it all, we give you a 60-day in writing money back guarantee. 60 days to evaluate us, experience us, make sure this is going to provide the return on investment you're looking for. Now, if you look at this program, the market value of it, I just showed you somebody made $500,000 last year. His goal is over 100,000 pips this year. Market value of this program, easily over $16,000. Our online pricing, though, you can get anytime this year. 2018 is a one-time investment of $7,995. But in this webinar, because it's investor inspiration and it's the end of the quarter, we've got an incredible end of quarter special going on. If you come on board today in the next 60 days, I'm going to give you a 60-day in writing money back guarantee, and you can come on board for everything that I discussed for a one-time investment of $4,995. Okay? It's very easy for you to get started. All I need you to do right now, real important, type your telephone number in the chat box and type in discount. Type in your telephone number in the chat box and type in discount. The first 10 of you that come on board will be live trading with us tonight, 7 p.m. We need to move quickly because we need to get you through an orientation and a couple strategies, a couple lessons, so you're ready to go live with Josh tonight. We got a prediction staring down another 7,000 pips of opportunity lined up, coming up. Yeah, we have payment plans. We'll cover that in a minute. But yeah, Charles, I've got your number. Victor, I've got your number. No problem. You already missed last week's live session. We made 343 pips. You could have paid over 3/4 of the cost of your program right there. We're expecting another 7,000 pips of movement through our USDX strategy right there. Now, there's 2 ways to invest. You got what's called an option A and an option B. Option A is for people that want the discount, okay? You can come on board today, pay it all at once for a one-time investment of $4,695. $4,695. If you'd like the discount, just type in an A next to your telephone number. If you'd like to learn about a payment plan, we're very flexible with our payment plans. You put in an option B, so you can talk to one of our experts as a payment plan. What we're going to do is we're going to follow up with you. We're going to answer all your questions, get you comfortable, and get you ready to go so you're scheduled to be trading live with us tonight. Okay, and again, I got a ton of you coming on board. Awesome. On top of that, we're going to give you as a bonus a whole cryptocurrency strategy session. We've designed this. We've got a whole section where we go through cryptocurrencies. Awesome opportunity. You're going to get a bonus to that as well today. So very important. The last thing I'm going to say to you, for those of you that would like to save a little bit more money, I'm going to go ahead and put a telephone number up here on the screen, 407-585-2417, 407-585-2417. If you call in right now, the first 5 of you, I will save you an additional $500. Your one-time investment is now $4,195, but I've only got 5 of those. So call in right now. You're going to get all the benefits, everything that I discussed, a 60-day in-writing money-back guarantee, all of our live session, access to our software, everything for a one-time investment. If you'd like to save that money, call in right now. And gang, I'm going to officially sign off. I went right onto my time here. And one more thing, if you'd like to learn how you could potentially get the program for free, type in free, F-R-E-E, in the chat box, and we'll follow you in the future. We don't just give it to you. There's work involved. There's steps you have to follow, but just type in free. But again, congratulations, you coming on board. I know I went very quickly, a lot of information to cover in a short amount of time. But hey, come on board for the next 60 days and let us show you the opportunity. Last 60 days, the next 60 days, historically, trading our USDX strategy has generated 7,000 pips. So let's just say you make half of that in the next 60 days. That's 3,400 pips, 3,500 pips. On a standard lot, you just made $3,500, gang. $3,500. You got nothing to lose, gang. Looking forward to working with you. We'll talk to you down the road. Thank you.